Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today guys, I'm going to give you guys a quick story time of how I hurt my leg at the pumpkin patch when I went to the pumpkin patch last Sunday. I want to show you guys all the info, everything that I did at the pumpkin patch, how I hurt my leg, the verdict on my leg, how my leg feels now in this video. And I'll go ahead and watch this intro and I'll be right back. So guys, the day we went to the pumpkin patch, it was really fun. Like, we had a great time. We got there around 11ish, noonish. And it was a bit crowded, but it wasn't too bad just yet, maybe because it was still early. People were still trying to get there and park and things of that nature. So we got there and first thing we went to was what did we do first? We went to like the little things they could do for the kids. Like the kids could actually like brush we saw the pigs first actually. We saw the pigs first when we walked in. And then we went to the part where they were able to like turn the wheel and push the handle down for the water to come out and for them to brush the horsetail and things of that nature. Oh, and catch the corn and pour it back as the corn come out. So we got to do all those things. And then we went to the hay slide. So I was with my friend and her kids. So I wasn't going to get on the slide, but since they were going to get on, I was going to get on it. I'm not a big fan of slides. Like, I think I like slides more when I was young, because slides are unpredictable in my opinion, and it can have your ass going the right way or the wrong way. I mean, you didn't go one way, but, you know, they just unpredictable. So, we were in line for the hay slide, and it was a nice line, but the line was kind of moving very steady, but it was moving. We was getting in there. We was getting out of there. So we got in the line and we waited for maybe about 15 minutes, if that, and we got in and it was time for us to go. So my friend's daughter and her cousin went first, and then my friend went with her son, and I went right after them. Y'all, I went too fucking fast after my friend. Now the person that was telling people to wait after each other was going, but she was talking around the time we went. So my friend daughter went and her cousin, and then my friend and her son went. And I went right after my friend and her son. I didn't even thinking of forgetting that I'm supposed to wait a second. So I was sliding after them, but I went too fast after them. So I didn't want to bump into them. So I kicked my leg up to stop myself from sliding. So I kind of turned and I grabbed my arm, and my left leg got caught in the hay stack, in between the haystack, and my body kept sliding a little bit. So I went to go grab the other hay on this side, and my arm kind of got twisted too at the same time, so I was a little fucked up. So once I got my body back straight, I slid down, and I slid down the slowest like a turtle, y'all. And my friend was off. She was good. Her and her son got up, and they was good. So she was like, what happened? The dude at the bottom, all the way at the bottom of the slide, was like, are you okay, ma'am? Are you okay? And I was like, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. And I got up. Well, I could barely get up. I was struggling to get up because it hurt so bad. And I got up and I was limping to my friends, and I couldn't hardly walk. Like, I wanted to cry. That shit hurt so bad. So immediately I knew I pulled a muscle. I either sprained my leg or something, but that shit was hurting. And then the arm. So it was my left leg, right arm. So immediately they told me to go sit on the nearest bench, which wasn't that fucking close. I had to walk a little distance to get to it, but I made it to the bench and I sat down, and it was a low bench to the ground. And I sat down and I was just like rocking back and forth over my knee and things of that nature. I'm like, oh my God. So my friend and her daughter went to go see the goats in the enclosure and feed them. I couldn't make it. My leg was in so much pain. So my other friend stayed with me. And we stayed with the belongings. So we there, and we sat there for about a good 15 minutes. And I was enjoying the sit down because I was standing around for a minute, and I was happy to sit down in addition to my leg being in so much pain. So got up, they came back, and they wanted to go and get food. So we got up, and immediately I was limping a little bit, and it was hurting, but nothing compared to that pain I first felt when this shit happened, when I first tried to stand. So I got up and I stood up, and I was in so much pain throughout the duration, but I stayed at the farm at the pumpkin patch, And we stayed there, and then after that, I was limping a little bit. It was hurting, I was limping, but I kept it going. I kept it pushing. So eventually we found all the food court, and it's not a food court, but it's a food area. And I sat down with the kids. We picked a table, and it was bees at the table that we were at, so we had to move to another table. And we got to the table, we sat down, then they finished, got their food, and then we just sat there for about maybe 10-15 minutes, if that. And then we got up and we went on to the next thing. So next we started walking around, and the kids wanted to try like different little activities they had there, which was cute for them. And we just honestly was just talking and walking. Mind you, I was still limping. So then we eventually get in line to go to the hayride. So we said we're gonna go to the hayride, then we're gonna go to the cornfield and walk through that maze. So I was like, okay. So we went to the hayride line. The line was pretty long, but it was moving surprisingly, because I think a certain amount of people can get on the hay rides, and I think they had like 4 or 5 lines, so the lines were moving. So even though it was a lot of us in line, they were moving. So we waited in line about maybe like 10-15 minutes too. We got up to our time to get on the hay ride. We got in line, they called us up next. We got on and sat down, and y'all, that was my first time being on a hayride as far as I can remember. I'm sure I went as a kid, but I definitely don't remember. So we got on a hayride, and I went to go sit down. And mind you, there's no seats on the hayride, you're just sitting on hay. So step up was a process, and then sit down. Oh my God, y'all. I wanted to kick somebody, that shit so bad. So we sat down. Once I sat down, I was good. My legs were straight. I was good. The hayride was amazing. This was one of the best hayrides I ever been on. That's with the bodies, because it probably was my first one that I could remember. But it was really exciting. It was fun. It was like a good 15-20 minute ride, longer than I expected. Little things they had popping out at us, and we went on water and out of water, and we went in this dark tunnel. Like, it was so cute. It was so cute for the kids. And I was just like, I was amazed. Like, oh wow. Like, I was so amazed to the point I didn't even take my backpack off to take pictures to get my phone out, because my arm was so hurting so bad, and I didn't want to drop nothing out my backpack in the process. So we finished the hayride, got off. Getting up was hard as well, because I was struggling to get up. But I got up, got off, and then we ended up going to find treats and snacks, because at that point we were like, the hayride practically took us through the cornfield, so it's no point of walking through it. So we end up going to get snacks, of course, you know, like pumpkins and the kettle corn, popcorn, and my friend was raving about the apple cider donuts, and then we went and got the apple cider, and then what else? Candy apples. That was the main thing we wanted to go get, period. That was all we wanted to go get. And we went and got it, and it was really, really fun. Like, it was so fun. So we went and got all of that, and then that was about like 4:30. The time had passed so fast because we were having so much fun. Although my little leg injury, I didn't let that stop the trip or anything. Like, I was limping a little bit once we got to the car, and then yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. And y'all, when I tell you, my friend was not lying. If you ever been to the farm or anything like that, Cox Farm or the pumpkin patch, y'all, the apple cider donuts are amazing. They are so freaking good. I ended up getting a half a dozen and going back to get a dozen and a half, because I knew when I brought them home, one bag was not enough for my family, and it was so good. So if you go to a pumpkin patch, try the apple cider donuts, and according to my friend, the apple cider is to die for. The kettle popcorn was good. Sorry. And the candy apple was so amazing. Like, you know how you got lipstick and it's just little pieces, but the candy apple, it was so good. I had the candy apple with the sprinkles. They had 3 options, with the sprinkles, with the peanuts, or just plain regular. But it was really, really good, y'all. For me, I tell people that was my first time going to the pumpkin patch. I remember going in elementary school with my class, but I don't remember the hayride. And I have a picture. If I had a picture, I would show it to you guys. I do have a picture of me in the pumpkin patch field, but I don't remember actually going to the pumpkin patch. So when I do find that picture, maybe I'll insert it in here before uploading. Or if I don't, then I mean I didn't find the picture. But it was really, really fun. If you have kids or just want to go to the pumpkin patch because you're a big ass kid, or you just simply go for the treats and nothing else, I would say go. It was definitely a great experience. I would definitely go again, especially if I have kids in the future. And just go if I, just go again, definitely. And I ended up going to the patient first for my knee, and I ended up not spraining my knee, but I did pull a muscle, which is why it was swollen that night, and I had so much pain. And so they prescribed me some medicine, and I took that, and I was off work for 2 days. They gave me a doctor's note to be off work for 2 days so I could have my leg elevated for those 2 days and just relax and take the medicine, ice it, heat, ice, heat, all the process when you hurt your leg. And my job was very understanding. Well, they had no choice but to be understanding because I couldn't come. But that's what happened. So that's how I sprained my leg, y'all. It was so traumatic. It was so devastating. So that night, when I came in the house, y'all, because I ended up going to my friend's house after the pumpkin patch. I didn't come straight home, and I think I ended up coming home like 9 something that night. I could barely walk up the steps in my apartment building, how bad my leg was hurting. When I got in the house, my leg was so swollen. I knew right then and there that something was wrong. So that's what happened with me. I don't know if I'm going to get on slides ever again, or I'm just going to pay attention and not go. I don't know. That might be it with me with slides, okay? Because I don't know. But that is how I sprained my, well, I don't want, on the paper it said sprain, but the doctor said it wasn't necessarily sprained, or it might have been sprained around my knee muscle, but not necessarily my knee. But at the end of the day, that's how I hurt my leg, and it was a painful experience, but it was definitely worth the great experience that I had. Like, I had a great time that day. So yeah, definitely go to a pumpkin patch near you, because if they have apple cider donuts, I do not steer you wrong. Definitely go try them. So now with my leg being almost a week old since I heard it, it feels a lot better. As honestly, the doctor said it's not going to heal overnight. It's going to take a time to get back, but it's doing a lot better. I'm not limping anymore, but I do have pain there periodically, so I do try to elevate it or not. I think I did a little too much this past week after injuring it, and I really didn't take a lot of time to let it get back better, but it's doing a lot better now. So I'm feeling a lot better in comparison to how I felt early on in the week. So I really I'm feeling a lot better, so I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the great memories that I have at the pumpkin patch as well, so I don't want to let those go unnoticed as well. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.